Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Temerian Tuesday. New patch just launched. There's been some big changes, most notably, as we talked about in my video about the patch notes. Arch Griffin is now 9 provisions. Comes out at 6 points, so it sticks to the board. It's a nice, juicy, thick boy or girl, you know. Well, we're accepting of all creeds and genders here. But Amphibious Assault now works with it. And Roach Merciless we're going to use here for some tempo value. But basically the idea behind this deck, we're going to try to 2-0 our opponents every time. We got Royal Guards, Dun Banners, Blue Stripe Scouts, and then we've got a single Witcher Ranger and a single Mentor. Give us a little bit of draw consistency, plus the Adrenaline 4 gives 2 boosts to a unit, which can be nice. Yeah, you know, he's 5 for 5, worst case scenario. Then Boiling Oil, just basically so Nautilus doesn't brick, but Reinforcements gets you an extra play onto the Blue Stripe Scout, which gets you an extra Commando, which both gets you more carryover value and more tempo value. So Reinforcements usually plays for 8 points for us, even in a closeout round. And then Vest here gets you that Zeal as well as the Siege support. So those are pretty familiar cards, so people have seen our other decks. We are using Vernon Roach here because we're going for the 2-0. We just want to get out cards. And then we want to play him after we've stripped off boosts with Erland. Amphib is, like I said, going to target this Griffin Witcher, Arch Griffin. You can target the Arch Griffin, or you could get the Griffin Witcher Ranger for huge boost to pass that off on the Griffin. But we'll show you how that works. Let's jump into a game. So, if you're like me, you're tired of locks. Locks are really annoying. This deck is not the best answer to locks. We will unlock Yennefer soon, though, talking about locks. Until then, still working on getting all of my wins with the Necromancer outfit. We are where we are. And then the Beetle coin is also cool. Then later we'll get the Mask of Urbos coins. I really like what they've done with some of these this season, and that the coins are not like perfectly round. But anyway. Yes, I'm ranked 4. I never made it to pro rank last season. I didn't have the will to play like I normally do. The current meta was so grindy. And when I'd like make 4 steps forward and 3 steps back every time.
Half-assed self-proclaimed authority.
Oh man, I hate lockdown. So look, I got double scouts, so I'm actually happy to keep the commando here. The question is, do I want the Griffin or the Ranger? And I think I want the Griffin back in. The drummer's nice, but he's not exactly what I want. Okay, cool. We get Dun Banner, which is what I want. And we can pass off that boost onto Dun Banner if we want to. Not my preferred course of action, but you know, everybody gets to make choices. Now, Lockdown typically doesn't have like an 8-point removal, so if I'm feeling gutsy, which I kind of do feel gutsy today, I'm just going to go for the Blue Stripes Commando. I'm going to go ahead and give him Veil. If he gets removed, it's not the end of our day. We can also double these Dun Banners and cycle them back with Pavetta. That allows us to get more units to get boosted by the Erland. So that's pretty fun. But here we're just going to be going for as much value out of these commandos as possible. I want to make sure to get 2 of them out. That way if one of them gets locked or removed, the other one will still stick around and share its love with the world. And here I'm actually going to go for the reinforcements. It just plays well right now. And then whatever takes the damage, we're just going to focus on proccing the order from that unit. Lockdown struggles with tempo value. The big struggle for us, though, is just going to be drawing into the right cards. I think most notably here, we will want to draw into both Erland and Donimir to give some protection to Erland. But we can make the rest of these work. But right now we're just focused on developing point value for the carryover out of these commandos. Threaten the Voimir even though we don't have it. Hey Slav, how's it going? Hey, this is all new. This is an all new deck. We're using Vernon Roach and Griffin Witchers with Arch Griffin, so different than the typical. So the opponent getting really frustrated with these Blue Stripe Scouts, not realizing that we're kind of done with them. So the Griffin Witcher Ranger now has formation, which is kind of an interesting play. Here I'm still saving up my Amphib for later. So what I'm gonna do here is just play down Dun Banner. It might get locked or removed, but if I can bait the lock or removal onto a Dun Banner, I'm a happy dude. Otherwise, the melee play here synergizes well with my Griffin Witcher. So we get good value here. And we'll show you how this new card works. We select the row, which is kind of fun now. So used to just be on the opposing row on an enemy unit row. So I was a little bit wrong in my calculations and predictions, but he works fine here. And we'll just take the paths. Yeah, delete all your decks. I went on a rant off video with Chairman about how you know that this patch has changed nothing by the fact that I can play all of my same decks. Like, it just... Come on, CDPR. Alright, so I've missed Erland, so my ability to 2-0 is pretty hampered here. I'm instead going to focus on just getting out Arch Griffin with Amphibious Assault. Now with these, I'd say Mentor or Witcher could be really good. I don't really care about Boiling Oil, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go for Mentor. We don't get the boost. Well, we do get the draw consistency out of this. We get the other one. Alright. It's fine. I just need a body here for the drummer, and then I want the boost proc to go on to Griffin later on, or just some other unit so that Erland gets that boost value. How did the soldier swarm with Yen work? You dirty Nilfgaardian dog.
Left, right, left, right.
The locks still threaten me here. But I'm not really concerned about the drummer getting locked. I'm most concerned about the Griffin getting locked. All these are pretty good. I don't mind putting Vest back though, but let's just see what we get.
Be yourself, only better.
Yeah, now we can just put Siege Support back. Keep the Vest. And he does get boosted. Which I'm doing because we get the boost value back onto Erland. And here, just trying to pressure the opponent. Just trying to get value here. We're going to actually drop Donimir this round. So that we can protect the Arch Griffin. So that way if the opponent does want to remove it, they're going to have to play 2 cards instead of just 1.
I shall relieve him of all burdens.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
And in a fit of true genius, I've done nothing to boost the Arch Griffin. It doesn't get boosted at all by Amphibious Assault. So the goal here was to get it next to the drummer. And I just Not everyone can be a genius. At this point, I'm just kind of focusing on bleeding out the opponent's units as much as possible. We'll see what we get from Uncle Vernon. But she gives us zeal, so... The big boy Donimir is nice for the opponent here. We're just gonna take the pass. I'm going up at 10 points, and I'd lose 3 by playing the Vernon, and get awkward tilting if I get the wrong card. Alright, so we get Arch Griffin and Erland. Can put it back in the deck. No reason to keep it. And here, looking for Roach Merciless. And there we have him. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Here we're going to go for Erland Vlarvik. First, he gets the immunity. So we can kind of just let him sit out there. Don't need to do anything with him just yet. We'll probably tutor out Pavetta here with Amphibious Assault, but I'm going to actually go for Burn and Roach first. Yes, Ranger. Totally agreed. Ranger 1219 saying if Lockdown Ball disappeared forever, I would be beyond happy. Agreed. You know, the changes. Why would you go for Brothens? Thanks for the free point. And I guess the point balances out with the Dame, but super weird. Everybody gets to make bad choices. We're just gonna focus the boost all onto Erland because we lose nothing from doing that. And we'll take the extra point from the Royal Guards. Now I can go for Amphib onto Siege support here, or Pavetta. Pavetta is going to be my choice, though. Actually... Ugh, yeah.
To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Yeah, we missed this out on Merciless here. Yeah, I think Lockdown Ball is really good if you can pinch your opponent correctly. If you get the right draws at the right time, it can be really strong. Otherwise, it can be just, like you said, obnoxious.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
So we can't get formation on our Zeal units. There's no reason to play Pavetta here because she's just going to cycle units back into the deck. Typically, you want to play her before you play the Erland so that all of those units are targets. So this wasn't the best play by me. Not at all. We're just going to grab the Siege support for value.
What do you want? Death to the enemy!
Proc the extra unit, then we boost the card in our deck. We'll just go for Griffin, then strip that value and put it onto Erland.
Wash this blood from my hands.
would agree with you that I would not like the greed that crept from the dark depths if Lockdown Ball didn't exist, Slav, if it wasn't for V last season. I'm not concerned about greed. Personally. Greed is a land where unexpected win conditions, thoughtful gameplay, really smart plays, but also where creativity reigns. Creativity does not do well in high control metas. Like, I have to, like, the required inclusion of certain cards against the lockdown meta is just gross and disgusting. So here we do draw into Erland early on, which is helpful. We're going to keep the route of his Royal Guard, tutor out the Griffin. Unfortunately, we get blue coin again, which is obnoxious. So we'll keep the Blue Stripe Commando, put Mentor back, put Boiling Oil back. I'm going to keep both drummers here.
Death to the enemy!
Kelly's a control deck. Kelly's not a good counter example. Like a thin Kelly deck with a whole bunch of boost spells.
They shall remember the art of fear.
And Colgrim is a really good engine deck, but Colgrim is so flimsy. Colgrim is 100% useless against Arnagod, nuked against Yurden, and toast against Igni. But this is a great debate. I'm loving it right now. All right, what do you guys think? Post in the comments on YouTube. What do you think about the current meta? What do you think about control versus engines? Lockdown Ball. You can be greedy. You can have greedy control. But yeah, I would agree that the series are definitely very greedy. You can definitely have greedy control. Here we're just making sure to get this tutor out, because if they can get us paired down to a single commando, then they can lock it. And we still need to get out Nautilus onto reinforcements here. Yeah, Way of the Witcher does kind of create hero cards, right? Where you either win or you lose based off of a single card. Yeah, that's a good description.
Temeria has yet to speak its last. Regroup. Nice mess you've got here.
I think the opponent here just trying to reduce boost value, etc., etc. But once again, up against lockdown, we can't use leader, so the Griffin is looking a little awkward. Very strange. I prefer to bait out like a heat wave against a different deck against it, worst case scenario, but you can use the Veil onto the Griffin with the pincer maneuver to boost up your Griffin to high heavens and make it really difficult to lock or move. Here we're just going to go ahead and get down
Left,
Drummer.
right, left, right.
Then we'll play Radovid's Royal Guards.
Come on, Enkazir. Fall overboard and I'm not jumping in after
We're not putting these next to each other because I don't want them getting locked and feeding off each other. Here we're basically just kind of bleeding out the opponent's plays. I don't mind if this Royal Guard gets damaged.
Again and again.
Drummer loss is obnoxious, though.
My medallion's homing. My witcher senses are prickling.
So now we get the boost onto the Ranger. We kind of skewer the opponent to choose between these two if they still have locks in the package. But judging by the Imperial Brigade play, I'm just going to kind of infer they don't. But they've put up a lot of provisions.
Source of the best goods.
Tremor gets us just enough points. Still just trying to bait the opponent in here. Working pretty well, it looks like. This is a terrible play, in my opinion. Because I'm just going to move off all this value from the Griffin Ranger. On to Arch Griffin. We get the exact look we're going for. And Arch Griffin now has 9 points of boost. Yeah, Invo in 1, 2, 3. Not enough value. Opponent has to kill it. Yeah, maybe he should run a Purify. But he doesn't get the remove. We can't 2-0, unfortunately, this game, but we can still get a ton of value. Alright, I don't love Ranger here. This is better. We get Vests here, but I'm looking for... Pavetta. Oh, anxiety inducing. You can't use Peller, just not in good conscience. So here I'm actually just gonna use Amphib onto Pavetta. It's a pretty simple play. And then we'll target this boost onto one of these. Since we're likely going to get one of them out anyway. There's no row that it's based out of. That'd be kind of fun though. But Blue Stripe Commandos are likely going to see some daylight here. Do I think Olaf, an otherwise crappy card that made no sense, is good? No, I don't. What are you going to use him in? Talk about stupid draws. Come on. Alright, we'll keep the 7. Yep. Baiting a lock. No. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play this Vernon Roach until after I've played Erland. So that's the look I want. And I can't play the Erland yet. Go for Donamir. See if we bait the Invo with Donamir. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, we want to make sure we get him tutored out with Merciless first. Then we can go for Erland. But right now I'm looking at using like oh no. If he wants to do that, then we'll let him do it. You might have an Invo and a lock. But that like cheapens all his other synergy value, right? And right now Erland's getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20 points of boost. And our leader ability is locked. It could have been another 5.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Okay. It's like
Death to the enemy!
everybody gets to make choices, I guess. Yep, we're just gonna go for Erland here.
Suffering?
Now it's kind of game over. There's nothing he can do about the Donamir and the Commando now. Game over, Nilfgaard. I actually do think, you know, last game we were having that deep conversation, and I've gotten out of the touch of playing this deck. I haven't played a similar deck to this for a long time, but this is actually a really good anti-lockdown deck. There's so many lock targets that you can kind of force out the lock plays early. Yeah, it's trash. He's just trying to clutter this, so let's count it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay. That's just enough room here. Two of them out, and we're getting these guys out because I don't want all the value centered on Erland.
Temerian. Aye, aye, sir.
Oh, let's see what we get. Oh, nice. This is perfect. Now we can put back boiling oil. We get siege support boosted. Now we can boost up Dun Banner to give him value. But just the opponent is getting obliterated in terms of points. But absolutely, yeah, I'll share Decklist with you, Ranger. I'll share Decklist. But this is, I'm filming this right now. It's going to go up on YouTube later today.
Oh dear. Have I something in my teeth?
But just absolutely brutalizing this Nilfgaard deck. And we still have so much point value, we're going to strip off that Arch Griffin. Here we're just going to go for the boost on the Dun Banner, get it tutored out, strip off those points for a hefty 18-point Erland, and send Nilfgaard packing.
Watch carefully as I unveil my master plan.
As I unveil my master plan. Not even close! I guess he's gonna pull back 6 points, so that is like a 12-point swing. He might be he might be cooing the Joachim.
I shall relieve them of all burdens.
He probably gets a kill on the. I mean, this is gonna be a coup. And he's gonna nuke this Donamir, so he does have like a ton of value coming out here. Tons of value, but not enough. Just being obnoxious at this point. Not even close. Just getting 6 points. Yeah, so I think you know, I think that's a good example of just how much point value there is in Lockdown Ball. Let's see if we can get the leader ability to work. What do you guys think, huh? I'd like to get Merciless out first, because then you get an extra unit back into your deck for extra value.
For Skellige's glory!
Ooh, can we see the new iteration of Lippy? Okay, we're putting back both these commandos. That's top priority since we did get Merciless here. Then we get Dun Banners, Siege Supports, Drummers. You do want to keep like one dead card for Pincer Maneuver. Unfortunately, we have Arch Griffin in hand, so we're going to just save that for next round. Yeah, winning with Lockdown was like typically a Shoop deck before Ball. Lockdown was difficult to get points out of. And people did like Shoop Radeas. Caravan Vanguards? In a self-damage deck? I'm intrigued. So I don't really have a lot of ways of proccing damage in this deck, which is kind of unfortunate. It's probably like one thing I would want out of this. Vest will get me there, but I don't want to have to tutor out Vest with Amphib right now. So I'm just going to play Dun Banner as kind of a dead card play. Yeah, I don't know. It's like the idea is to go for Swarm with like some other kind of play there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
What do you want?
Finally.
I don't have a lot of cards that need Zeal, so we're just going to kind of spam Zeal proc cards here. Yeah, I'm super excited about Syndicate Tribute. I still wish that Fallen Rayla would have gotten immunity instead of Veil. So, like, she and Erland are kind of more on par with each other.
Salutations.
Yeah, Mage is cool. I talked about this in my video that I did right before this. That'll also go up, but Syndicate now is like a 5. Like the Adrenaline 5 is Syndicate's threshold now, which is higher than all of the decks. So you get some really good synergy that way, and can make some pressure plays in earlier rounds. I love this combo though. That's cool. It's an interesting idea.
Nice mess you've got here.
I like being on red coin though. We talked about this yesterday. Somebody during the developer stream posted hashtag no more lockdown, no more V, no more red coin. Oh man. I don't understand that play. That was a very weird choice, but you know, everybody gets to make choices.
Elves must die! Death to the enemy!
The opponent ends up really pinched here on red coin, right? So I'd rather they're on blue, we're on red. So they now have to choose between risking it. They need to make a 9-point play here. I mean, they get 2 points of engine value per turn here.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
So if they can discard the skirmisher, then they get the value. They can't. I like my cards, but I like winning even more than I like my cards. So we're just gonna take a pass here. We got the exact look we were looking for. We could have tutored out another the other scout onto commando, but no need. I'd rather take a 2-card lead here. And I mean, we played our Roach Merciless, but everything else was 4 and 5 provisions, so we're set up pretty well. I don't really love Mentor here. He doesn't make a ton of sense, so I want Arch Griffin back in for sure. And I'm looking for Erland here, so let's see if we can get him. Ha ha ha! Man, I'm just getting the best of draws today. Yeah, I'm super confused. I think they're trying to do something cool, but not really sure how to do that cool thing. All right, so I have a couple of options here, and I'm going to do something crazy because I'm a crazy person. We're just going to take the boost value on Arch Griffin using the leader. Because, like I said, I'm a crazy person and I like to do crazy stuff. So we're going to take the Griffin. Now, Ravid's Royal Guards have significantly less good value for us, so we're just going to put that back. Actually, yeah, Ranger, well, this is a swamp deck, so I think we get value. I'm gonna play the Arch Griffin. Get it back into the deck. 5 points of boosted value right there. Just waiting for Erland to strip it off and have a jolly old time. Now, I missed out on Amphib that last round. We are going to be going for that play. Drummer is really not superbly helpful to us. Mentor even less so. Alright, so now basically what we want to do, we need to get out Blue Stripes again. We're going to be proccing extra copies of them with Blue Stripe Scouts, so we're going to put them to range, everybody else to melee. That's kind of the general idea here. I don't mind if the opponent knows that that's what I'm planning to do. So we're just going to play this calm and easy. Just go for a Pavetta play here.
You will stop, please.
And worst case scenario, we get locked, removed, beaten. I don't think you missed much, Stranger. Just a really weird Lippy deck that doesn't really know what it wants to be. What I miss? What I miss? So I need my Amphib to get out these commandos. Otherwise, I'd go for Nautilus on the Boiling Oil against this Greatsword here. Damaging them with Vest doesn't make much sense.
not jumping in after you.
Lots of value onto the greatsword, but I'm not sure why you do that. Everybody gets to make choices. They're just gonna get this point value back, but I just need to get this set up. I want this out of my way so that I can focus on getting out this Burning Roach for value. This Bear Witcher Quartermaster to the same row is awesome. I'm loving it for my Griffin Witcher Ranger value.
Nice mess you've got here. Semper Fi!
Bing, bada, boom. Wait, Did she really before? Did they like move more and now they're just frozen? They don't even move. Oh my gosh. This game is still, I guess they've nuked it down to like T somehow. Even though tons of cards drop the F-bomb. They can't use when I'm filming for YouTube, but hilarious. Oh really? That's hilarious. I do love this.
I'd lend you a hand, but
I didn't have her premium until recently, so.
Bloody non-humans. Semper Fi!
I'm not in any big rush here. What? Why'd you include Villum in a skeleton? Oh, you're gonna wish you saved that. But I'm guessing Igni is what he's going for here. So we'll just prevent that with him. Lippy and V combo. Yeah, you don't get a choice. It's just a single gold card. Yeah, play a random gold card from your deck. I mean, you can click on your deck and see what gold cards you have and know that one of them is Yurden and say to yourself, I would prefer not to play the Yurden card. What is that?
Wish to play, so let us play.
I mean, none of these, it's not even, I was thinking maybe it's like these journeys, which by the way, still need to get updated procs here, but super weird.
A witcher with no honor is no brother of mine.
No brother of mine. Okay, these are both orders formation here though, so probably play him last if we're being honest. It's a good kill, but he can't use Igni now, so she might not care about, but I love your. Nobody made you do that. You don't need to do that right away. Save it for next turn.
My medallion's home. My witcher senses are prickling.
Crazy good value when you're playing against Swarm, which I think we're going to see a lot of Swarm. So I am liking the new Griffin Witcher Ranger. Formation makes him so he now has a base of, you know, it's still base of 2, but he gets a third point. Good value there. I'm actually going to strip this value now because I don't want the Arch Griffin coming out and being a target. Well, no, we'll save it. Worst case scenario, it comes out and it's like a secondary thing. Still not the 35, so this can't be for Igni. Terrible Bear Witcher Mentor. It's like
Embrace the cold.
6 points.
Sink into your bones.
Let's just go up that row.
That's what matters.
Here we'll go for the Blue Stripe Scout. This is one of our favorite plays. It plays as an awkward order. I always get that wrong.
Death to the enemy!
I still like this boost onto him because if he gets erased by an Igni, it's the least loss of value. This Erlin's still looking to pick up 6, 7, 8, 9 points of value. And we'll get an extra 3 points of value out of Kersaren here. But his Jurgen would have been really helpful against Erland, against Griffin Witcher Ranger. Might actually put him in a bit more of a contention this round. I don't. What? Somebody tried to do something cool and it definitely did not work out for them. Yeah, I don't. We still had so much point value that we could have stripped off with the Erland there. So, but thank you guys for joining on YouTube. For those of you on Twitch, stick around. We'll have some more fun after this. But until next time, good luck on the path. Get out there, keep on Gwent.